Hello, hello. It is day 135 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. It is September 4th, 2024, and it blows my mind a little bit, uh, the ridiculousness of ooh, crazy alignment, and then something happens, and then, ooh, crazy alignment, and then something happens, and it just seems to be the pattern. And I feel like with everything that I've learned about healing and unblocking things and breaking patterns and all of it, I feel like I know for a fact that I can clear this, that I can stop this from being the pattern, and I just haven't figured out how yet. But or I just haven't maybe given it the time yet, I think is really the thing. However, in the moment, it's frustrating, right? It's, even though I know that it's something that I'm energetically calling in. It's something that is still in my focus, right? Or not my focus, in my energy. It's the whole concept of where your focus goes, the energy flows. And it's like subconsciously, maybe I am looking for the next thing to go wrong, and then I call it in because of that type of a thing. And I know that the first step for stuff like this is the awareness, and I have the awareness. So I know I'm shifting it. I know that I'm working on it, and it's just like it's a really weird place to be in, to have the awareness, but to not have the solution yet. And or to even maybe have the solution and just not have been able to implement it yet. Anyway, these are my rando babblings. But so yeah, yesterday I felt like, everything is so smooth, and I've got really clear on what I need to be working on when, so that I can be have everything like really in alignment, and always be sort of keeping up on all the pieces, a chunk at a time, and not hyper focusing on one thing for like 30 days or something like that, so that everything else sort of falls behind. And then I went to bed nice and early because I had a mastermind call in the morning, and uh, I got woken up about 2 a.m. the first time, because Casey, my youngest, had a massive, massive fever all of a sudden. And she had gone to bed relatively healthy. Like, I'd heard her sniffle a couple of times, and that was it. And she was scalding hot, like very, very hot when she woke up. And she ended up spending the rest of the night in my bed. She was awake and asleep and awake and asleep and awake and asleep sort of for the rest of the night. I don't know what time we finally sort of settled back into sleeping. But I did not wake up to my alarm clock. So we were sort of lucky that I woke up in time for school time, like getting up for school and getting the kids ready for school. And I did not get my time to myself this morning, or the time for my mastermind call. I just completely missed that. And, that's always the recipe for a more difficult day, or things just not being quite as smooth. I'm also fairly frustrated because I'm like, they went to school one day on Friday. And Jace had a sniffle and a cough when he came back from his dad's on the weekend. And I do know that he tends to catch things really easily. He tends to get those coughs, all of these things. And it didn't seem to be too bad. and Casey seemed totally fine. And um, and then Tuesday, which was yesterday, Jace had school. Casey did not. Today, she woke up. She seemed to be better. The fever seemed to be gone. She wasn't too bad. All of these things. And she desperately wanted to go. It was her first day of school. And I was like, okay, well, you seem okay. School's like 2 hours long. So, okay, like, we'll go with it. And um, so I took her. She went and she did amazing. She didn't freak out at all for me to leave her. I was kind of felt a little bit gypped. It was like I was expecting there to be some sort of something, and she was just like, "What are you still doing here? Like, get out of here, mom." So, um, can't complain in the sense that couldn't have gone better, but at the same time, I'm like, this is my last baby, I think, and she like doesn't give me any of the last baby experiences. She doesn't, you know, have a hard time just stopping anything and or like changing things, sort of. And um, I know it sounds ridiculous to complain about that, but I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's just not what I expect. Anyways, total sidetrack. But she went to school and then came back and she was okay for most of the day. It was, I did start to notice, she was getting a little warm again after lunchtime, and I gave her some more Tylenol and just put her for a nap. Cause I'm like, well, if you're getting sick, like make sure that you're getting lots of sleep, whatever. Um, After nap, we went and picked up the kids, and then all of a sudden it was like this complete shift. Jace and Casey both all of a sudden had horrible fevers again, or Casey again, Jace for the first time, and they're like super, super sick and coughing and noses like crazy and all the things. And I'm like, one day, that's all it took. One day back to school, and they're sick. And I'm just like, I am not up for a September like this, like last year. Um, Last year was brutal. It was just so much. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that this is really common now after the whole COVID debacle. And I know that they don't have to stay home for every little sniffle anymore and all of these things, but I'm so sick of them being sick all the time. And then I get worn down and tired, and then I get sick, and it's been this cycle. And again, every time it seems like things are going really well or smoothly in one area, this is the pattern, right? So as much as I trust in always being in the right place at the right time and everything being exactly how it's supposed to be, I also know that there's part of that we have control over, and that there's something that I'm missing. I'm ruminating on this awareness, I guess, in this episode, is that I know that there's something that I am missing, something that I could be doing, something that I could be changing that would help us to break out of this loop, this pattern, because it feels so endless. It drives me crazy. And I'm still like, there's still totally the most part of me is like, everything's fine and we're good and like nothing's horrible, right? Everything is good. It's just this awareness that it could be better. And yet also still being grateful for how good it is. It's a very strange mix. It's a very interesting conundrum. So anyways, that is my random rant and ramble. I mean, still at the same time, I had client calls, things went well, everything was okay as far as business went. I was sad that I missed my mastermind call, but like things were okay. And I still had payments coming in, and I said, things were good. Like, and that is what I mean. Like, things are really well and truly good. There's nothing wrong. And a little bit of illness isn't the end of the world, and it's nothing like that. It's just this knowing of it can just be good. And I think part of that is like I said, it's a pattern. It's something that needs to be broken, but it's also a little bit of that like upper limit problem, like I've talked about before. It's a subconscious worthiness thing where it's like, well, I don't really deserve to have it be this good, so something must be about to go wrong. And um, obviously, on a conscious level, I know that that's not true. I know that that's not at all accurate. And um, yeah, it's just this, it's something that needs to be released. So I'm aware of it. My consciousness is on it. My focus is on it. And I'm not sure what the solution is yet, but if I find it, I will share. You know, I will share. So, um, this episode, this day feels very random to me, but that's really what I have to share for today. Everything is good, and also how annoying that they're sick already. and, and also, you know, it sucks having sick kids. They're extra miserable and all of those things. But yeah, for the most part, things are just really good. So I'm grateful for that. And I am looking forward to it continuing to get better and better. And, you know, just want to keep on sharing that the success is inevitable, um, that as long as you don't stop, you keep moving forward. And as long as you don't give up, your success is inevitable. There's no way for you to fail if you don't stop and you don't give up. And things really only get better and better when you consistently move forward with them, when you consistently try and don't give up. And if anyone is proof of that, it's me. And that's why I share these random little bits of my life, because it's just, this is real life and this is the way that things work. And it's not perfect and it's not overnight fixes, and it's still wonderful. And yeah, so as much as I look forward to things getting better, I also appreciate what is now. And I hope that that helps you guys, everyone who's listening, to keep that perspective as well. A little bit of a mindset shift there. So anyways, that is what I have for you guys today. And I will talk to you all tomorrow.